Hello. Greetings and welcome, everyone. Really excited to share with you a story today from one of our students from last year. She owns a spiritual shop down in Sugarloaf, New York. And she also has, so it's a spiritual sort of witchy shop, right? So she sells sage and incense and some candles and all of the fun stuff that we like to play with. Um, Down in Sugarloaf, New York. So if you're down there, I'm sure you'll find the shop. It is a shopping village. And I believe her husband has a shop next door, sells a little bit different stuff. They have a house or apartment. They live in the shop, they live above the shop. And in the back of the shop, they have some healing rooms for Reiki and um, some workshop space back there. So she was really wanting to take the Your Lightbody course. She had heard about it from the previous year students, and she was waiting for the registration to open so she could join us. But she was really concerned. She didn't know if she would have the time to do the course, or dedicate herself to the course. And so she decided that she was going to do it anyways, and she was going to commit to it because she knew deep inside that this was something that was going to be greatly beneficial for herself and also for her business and for her healing clients. Which, by the way, if you are an energy worker, if you're a healer, if you're a therapist, a counselor, even if you're like mainstream therapist, mainstream counselor, the tools that you learn in this course are life-changing for yourself and for your clients. You can just hold a much deeper space. You don't take the work home with you. It's really amazing. So I really highly encourage you to look into it a little bit more and really feel inside your heart, your soul, if this is your soul calling. Now, if it's your heart and your soul calling you into this evolution, this next journey, this next stage, I really encourage you to follow that pulse. Yeah. So Melissa followed that pulse. I didn't mean to say her name, but I don't think she'll mind. She followed that pulse. And so what happened was, within the course of the year, which is it's an 8-month to 9-month course. And so she said that her business doubled in that amount of time within, I think, 6 months or so, because she was talking about it back then. So she was talking about how her business had doubled and these new opportunities were coming to her. She got an invitation to do mediumship on a radio station, which she had never done mediumship before, but through using the tools, of the Lightbody classes that she had learned, she had opened her channel to a greater degree that she was actually able to do mediumship readings for people that were on the phone. She wasn't in person. She didn't see their face, and she was bringing through information that was confirmed and qualified by the listener. So she was growing in that way as well. And she was really impressed with herself and psyched that this new channel had opened within her being. So that's not the story I wanted to tell you. The story that I wanted to tell you was that her business grew so much that she was looking to open another storefront. And she looked all over. She eventually found a storefront that she liked. It was in a town about 25 minutes from Sugarloaf. And when she first met with the new landlords, they were really excited to have her. They really liked her energy. And they were keen on renting the place to her. After they found out what it was that she sold, witchy stuff, right? they came back with the response that they were considering other offers and they would get back to her. So a few weeks went by where she was trying to land this deal for this new shop space. And the realtor was suggesting that she offer the landlords more money in rent to seal the deal, to get the contract. And she considered that, but what she did instead was she went into her meditation space. She began to use the tools. She started to uh, raise her frequency and open all of her vibrational energy body centers, and she moved her consciousness out into her light body space. And from that light body space, she then projected her consciousness into the space of her her would-be retail store, and sort of got information from her light body, from the store, and from the new landlords. And when she came back out of her meditation, she had the understanding that she didn't want to be somewhere that she was unwanted. And she could feel the energy of them not wanting her there, not wanting the product that she was selling there, that they didn't want that merchandise in their shop. So she called the realtor and told them that not only would she not be offering them more money, she would like to rescind her offer and she would find someplace else. So she did. And the next day, her husband came home from speaking to a guy down the street from their house in Sugarloaf, from their storefront in Sugarloaf, just down the street. The guy had purchased a building and he was going to turn the whole thing into apartments. But her husband convinced him that it was a shopping town and that the first floor, the street level floor, should be a shop. So the owner of the building asked him, well, do you know anybody that would be interested in having a shop here? And so the husband says, well, yeah, actually we do. And so Melissa, our beautiful student from last year's class, got this retail store that was 2 minutes walk from her house and 2 minutes walk from her shop. And she was able to open this third location just down the street. And for less money than the other place, and for somebody that was super excited to have her. And also, it was just a nicer space. So she accredits the light body for that. She accredits her meditations and getting into that higher flow, that higher vibrational energy, in attracting to her the most perfect retail location for the expansion of her shop. So we talk about in the as we come closer and closer to our registration and our launch of this amazing course starting in September, a lot of the objections that I hear people using, reasons why they can't do the course, often comes down to time. I don't have the time. I don't have the time to do for myself. And what I would say to that specifically is that when you give yourself time for your own evolution, for your own growth, for your own interests, pleasures, passions, when you give yourself the time, when you make a dedication and you say, I am worth it to take this time for myself, what happens, particularly with this course, the Awakening Your Lightbody course, what happens is that you gain time in other places. You gain time by not making the mistakes that you might have made having taken, like, let's say she did offer this this landlord more money. And let's say she did go into that space. Perhaps after a few months, there would have been conflict. There would have been frustration because there was such a conflict of interest. It saves her time and frustration in the future because she's able to glean the information needed in the now to change direction before she goes too far down the wrong path, right? So she saved all that time. And that is what you'll find here too, right? Is that your time will be saved because you're living in this higher flow and you don't have all of these speed bumps or obstacles that normally take up so much time, right? So, for instance, when you're in that higher flow, you when you come in and when you're driving and you come in to park somewhere, there is suddenly a parking spot right there where you need it. The whole street is blocked up. Everybody's taken, all the parking spots are taken, but you come down the street, and as you're coming down the street, somebody opens up a spot right in front of you and you slide in. You get these like ding notifications in your field, like you've seen in Star Wars, right? Where I think it was Obi-Wan Kenobi, he looks up and he's like, there's a disturbance in the Force. That's what literally happens when your light body is turned on. You feel the currents in the field, in the Force. You can receive the data that something's out of alignment over here in the upcoming future or where you might be going, and you can change direction, or you can energetically prepare for it before it arrives and knocks you off your feet because you're already prepared. So not having enough time in this situation with the Awakening Your Lightbody course, you're going to get more time. The time that you give to it opens up more time for you outside of it. And also, these meditations are 20 minutes, 20 to 25 minutes. They are so easy to put in your day. You can listen to one at lunchtime. You can listen to them right before you go to sleep. You can listen to them when you wake up. All you need is 30 minutes. All you need is 30 minutes a day, 3 times a week, to have massive impact on your spiritual growth and on your increased vibration in your field. 30 minutes a day, 3 times a week is the minimum sort of commitment to really growing and awakening that light body and turning it on so that it's working for you. So it's working for you while you're sleeping. Yeah. No, it's amazing. I have a whole bunch of stories to share with you about how it's changed and shifted my life, what it's done for me. And now I have some amazing stories from the amazing group of women that were in last year's course. There was about 13 of them in last year's course, and they've all gone on to the graduate Lightbody courses. We've taken a break for the summer months just to give everybody time to relax and integrate all of the new energies that they've brought into their fields. And we're going to start the graduate courses back up in October. So if there's any of you out there that have already taken your Awakening Your Lightbody through Oranin.ben at any time in your life, and you feel like maybe now's the time to get back into it a little bit, we invite you to come join us for the graduate courses. Just drop me an email, let me know that you're interested, and we'll be sure to get you on that newsletter, because that one is not going out generally. The graduate Lightbody courses don't generally go out to the public. They only go out to the select people that have gone through the program with me. So if you have gone through the program on your own and you want a support group to sort of bring you to the next level, explore the next level, we invite you to just drop me an email, zarastarchild@gmail.com, and we'll be sure to send you some data about when the next graduate course is. All right. In the meantime, we have this free intro series that we're doing, this free Awakening Your Lightbody intro series. So come join us, come online, get your questions answered, try some of these, have some of these experiences with us, and see if this is really something that's calling you. All right. Take it easy, everyone.